Hello, here to take you through another Pilates class. This one goes for about half an hour. You won't need any equipment for this one. We're going to start in a standing position. We're going to warm up our legs and our whole body really with some squats. So what I want you to do is take your legs a little bit wider than hip distance apart and turn your toes to face outwards just a little bit. I'm going to turn to face side on for you today. We're just going to start with our hands in front of us. I want you to soften the knees. Send the hips back, keep the chest proud and come down into your squat. Push through the heels, squeeze the bottom on the way back up. Bending the knees, sending the hips back, keeping our chest up. Just relaxing our shoulder blades down and back. Our elbows should aim to be just above our knees when we bend down. Good, we want to keep our chest up. Take this as slow as you need to. We are just waking up our legs. We'll do a little bit of a body scan. As I said, we're already pushing through our heels. Let's make sure the arches of our feet stay lifted. Excellent. Let's drive our knees out over our toes, over the middle part of our foot. Excellent. Send that bottom back. Simultaneously bending those knees. Chest stays nice and open. Good, let's keep that chin tucked in as well. We really want to lengthen through the back of the neck. Let's go for 3. Let's go for 2. Last one. Excellent. All right, I want you to take an even wider stance this time. We're going to go into a lateral lunge. So I'm going to get you to soften your knees first. Bend through one leg as the other leg straightens. We're still sending our hips back, keeping our chest up. Then let's straighten and come back to the center. Other side. Bend. Keep that other leg straight and stand. Bend and straighten. We're just alternating sides. Taking those legs and those toes out as wide as you need to. Making sure that our knee is tracking over the middle part of our foot. If you are keeping yourself up too tall and that knee is coming too far over the toes, I need you to send the hips back and the chest forward, and that'll bring that knee back in line with the toes. So we're still sending our hips back and our chest is coming forward. So we're getting that hinging happening as well. Show you from side on. Still hinging that hip back. Beautiful. You might find you can't go as deep with these lateral lunges as you did with your squats. That is totally fine. We want to get a nice little stretch down this leg that's staying out nice and straight. Butt back, hips forward. Good. Couple more here. Moving as slow as you need to. Last 2, last 1. Beautiful. Alrighty, we are going to come down onto our mat now. Sitting down onto our bottom. Our legs are going to be out in front of us. A little bit wider, if not hip distance apart. Arms are out in front of us. Let's warm up these tummy muscles. What I'm going to get you to do here is scoop the belly, rounding through the back, tucking that tailbone under. Start to roll yourself back. Keep reaching through the fingertips, relax the arms down and back. Keep rolling back until that point that you feel like you might lose control or you feel like your abdominals have to work quite hard. And then what I want you to do is exhale, scoop the belly in and lifting yourself back up to that starting position. Scoop the belly, start to roll yourself back, just to that point of challenge. Exhale, up we come. Let's do that a couple more times. These are called our ab rollbacks. We still want to think about drawing our ribs down towards our hips, really rounding through that back, creating a C shape. Exhale to scoop the belly and bring your ribs back over those hips. Good, we keep the chin nice and tucked. And just playing around with how far back you can roll. Really scoop the belly a lot. Good, keep the tension out of our hip flexors, all of it into our abdominals. Good. Excellent. 2 more. We're going to hold our last one. Two more, and we're going to hold our last one. Scooping, rolling back. Exhale, bring yourself up. We're holding on this one, okay? Really scoop that belly, tuck the tailbone. Set yourselves up in a position that you feel like you can maintain for a little while. We're going to lift one foot, lower back down. Other foot lift and lower. Continue just to march those legs. Reach through the fingertips. Scoop that belly, don't start to straighten that back on me. Keep that C shape. Draw that belly button in a little bit more for me. Let's go for 3, for 2, for 1. See if we can roll all the way back down now. Good, I'm just gonna scooch myself forward. We're lying onto our back and our arms are lifted up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. From here, we're going to go into a few pelvic curls with our arms. So let's scoop the belly button down towards our spine, squeeze those glutes, lift the hips up, and lower those arms above your head. Exhale, sweep them back up. Lower the hips, lower the hands. 2 more. Sweep, reach, exhale, lower, inhale, lower. Good. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Beautiful. Rocking those legs from side to side. Excellent. All right, bring those legs together. Arms up towards the ceiling, palms stacked on top of each other. We're going into a ab curl, and we're going to add in a nutcracker leg, okay? So what we're going to be doing is on your next exhale breath, scoop your belly in, curling that upper body up, and you're going to split the knees as you reach your hands towards your toes. You inhale to close and lower. Exhale, scoop up, open the knees. Inhale to lower and close. Beautiful. All right, you can continue with that. Otherwise, we're going to progress. Inhale, lift one leg to tabletop. Exhale, belly button in, lift the other leg to tabletop. Squeeze those legs together. Back into your nutcracker with your legs in tabletop. Now, so we exhale, sweep, open the knees. Inhale to lower and close. If being in tabletop is too much for you today, you're just keeping your feet on the mat and you've got the exact same movement pattern, opening the knees as you reach those hands through. Crack those knees open with your hands. Beautiful, sliding that rib cage down towards those hip bones. Good, curling up on the exhale, lowering down on the inhale. 3 more to go. Exhale. Lucky last one. Curl up and hold. Good. Little pulses for 3, for 2, for 1. Close and lower those legs one at a time. Resting those arms down. Just rock those hips from side to side. Nicely done. Alrighty, hands by your side or underneath your tailbone if that is more comfortable. We are lifting our legs straight up towards the ceiling for me, please. From here, we're going into our scissor legs. So we're going to split our legs open into a V. I usually go about the width of my mat. That's how wide I like to take my legs. And then exhale, sweep the legs together and cross one in front of the other. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale to squeeze. Once you've got this pattern down pat, we're going to think about drawing that belly button closer towards our spine. If you're feeling confident, you can start to lower the legs down, maybe to 45-degree angle, maybe a little bit more, just to a point of challenge for you. We want to maintain that imprinted spine where we're drawing our belly button and our lower back down towards the mat. As soon as you start to feel that lower back lift and arch, you need to bring those legs back up towards the ceiling. Good, use those inner thighs to bring those legs past each other. Inhale, open, exhale, crisscross. And I'm just alternating which leg is in front each time. Good, let's go for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, last one, crisscross, back to tabletop position, then we can lower one at a time. Good, you can rock those hips again if you need to. Really good stuff. All right, let's come rolling over onto one hip. We've got some more glute work to go, so we're going to be lying onto our side, ready for our clams. So your knees are bent, so your ankles, your hips and your shoulders are in one long line. And we push this top hip away so our hips can stay stacked. We've got a small gap between your waist and the mat at all times. From here, I want you to squeeze this top glute, keep the ankles together and open up into that clam position. Good. Open and close. Keeping those ankles together if you can, please. And only opening that hip as far as you can without rolling back. Good, so smaller is okay if you need, or if you don't have that range or that strength to lift up the leg. Just working with what you've got today, okay? Excellent. Use the first couple just to rearrange and warm up that muscle. Make sure we're feeling this in our hips. Beautiful. All right, I've got 2 clam variations for you today. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up that knee and hold. Now what I'm going to get you to do is just split the heels apart a little bit. I want you to drop the knee and lift the ankle and then reverse it. Open the knee, close the ankle back together. Good, so we're getting our knee to almost touch as our ankle lifts and then switch back to that clam position. Good, so move nice and slowly so we can work on that stability in this hip. Aim to keep the ankles close by. Good, so return the feet back together almost. Lower the knee, lift the ankle, back to the clam. Good, let's do 5 more here if we can. Moving nice and slowly. Good. Open that knee up nice and wide. Good. Internal rotation at the hip, external rotation. Good. 2. Last one for me. And then meeting back in that open clam position. Make sure those feet are together and let's close that clam off. Good. Quick little stretch. Hook this ankle in front of the knee. Relax through the hip first and push that knee up and away. I have one more clam variation for you as promised. For this one, I want you to bring your shins parallel to the front of your mat. So we've got a 90-degree angle happening at the knee and a 90-degree happening at the hip as well. Resting your upper body down. With this clam variation, the whole leg is going to lift up and we're going to aim to keep our ankles and our knees in line with each other, okay? So we want to make sure our hips are stacked again, push that top hip away, small gap in the waist. We're still going to open up the hip in that same clam motion. That whole leg is lifting up with us. We open and we close. Good. Open, closing. Excellent. Again, we're only opening as far as we can without rolling back onto our hip. Keeping those hips stacked. Squeezing this glute to open. Beautiful. These ones get a nice burn. I hope you're starting to feel that as well. A little bit of an added challenge if you're feeling good today. I want you to lift the knee all the way up, lower halfway, open all the way back up, before closing back again. Rest between each one if you need to. We open, we close halfway, lift it back open before closing. Good, so we've got a little half repetition in there, okay? Beautiful. At any time, you just go back to that full range of motion, okay? Opening all the way, closing all the way. Nice. Let's go for 10 more seconds. Half pulsing if you didn't give it a go. Promise you won't regret it. We're here for 5, for 4, for 3. Last one. Open, half close, open, and lower. Good stuff. All right. Let's come over onto an all fours position. We're still going to be working into the same side that you were just working before, okay? What I'm going to get you to do is open that leg out to the side, pretty much in the exact same manner that we were just working. Then I want you to circle the knee out and around so it's behind you now, and then closing it back down onto the mat. So we open out to the side like that clam position, circle the knee out and around, bring it back down. Good. Out to the side, circle up and around, back down onto the mat. You can rest as much as you need between each one. Nice big circle of the hip. Good. What I want you to do now is imagine that most of your weight is over on the other glute. So that's going to be working as well. Try not to dump and sway into that side. I want you to lift up and out of that hip. Even pressure through both arms or both shoulders, lifting that chest up and away. Think about spreading the fingertips as wide as you can. You've got a nice base of support, even gripping onto the mat a little bit with those fingertips. Send most of your weight back over that hip. Good, we've got 2 more. Out to the side, up and around. Good, out to the side, up and around. Beautiful. All right, let's kick this leg out nice and long for me. Excellent. Holding it there, I want you to bring your heel in towards your bottom, point the toes to straighten. Flex the foot, heel to bottom, point to straighten. Good. So we should be feeling this now in the back of the thigh. We're using our hamstrings to curl that leg in and using our glute to hold our thigh up nice and high, parallel to our mat. Flex and point. Good. Couple more here. Flex, point. Last one. Flex, point. And then bring that leg back down onto the mat. Beautiful. Come up and shake off the wrists if you need to. We're going to reverse those moves on the other side, okay? So we come back into a 4-point kneeling position. We're going to do our hamstring curls first. So straighten that leg out nice and long for me. Flex the foot, curl it in, point to extend. Flex to curl, point to extend. Good. Flex and point. Good. Even pressure through both hands, remember, and pushing up and away out of the other hip. Excellent. We've got 3 more to go. 2. Last one. Flex, point to straighten, curl it back in. Now we lift that leg out to the side. We circle that knee out and around. Bring it back down. Out to the side. Circle up and around. Good. Think about tracing a nice big circle with that knee. Nice big circle with the hip as well. Good. Trying to be nice and steady through that other hip. Think about drawing your belly button up towards your spine. Pressing that mat away. 3 more here. Last 2. Last one. Lift it up, circle up and around. Beautiful. Shake out the hands and we are lying onto your other hip. So the leg that you were just working is the one that we're going to work now. And we're going back into clam number 1. So we're keeping our heels down for this one, and our heels, our hips and our shoulders are in one long line. Push that top hip away, creating that nice long waistline, and we squeeze that glute to open. Beautiful stuff. Again, using that first couple just to get yourself in that right position, making sure you're not rolling back onto that hip, and just to wake up that glute if it's a little bit lazy and it didn't get woken up just before. Mine are definitely on fire now. Beautiful. Couple more here. We're going to hold our clam open and we're going to go into our internal and external rotation, if you remember. Good. 2 more. Lift, slowly lower. Last one, lift and hold. Split the heels. We lower the knee, lift the ankle and reverse it. Good. Lower the knee, lift the ankle, internal, back to that external rotation for our clam. Get those knees to almost touch and then bring those ankles back together. Good. Again, we move super slowly so we can get all that stabilization, recruitment to that hip. Excellent. Let's go for 5, 4. Good. Keep it up. Last 2. Good. Lower the knee, lift the knee and lower. Let's hook that heel behind the knee, pushing that knee up and away. A little bit of a stretch before we go into our second clam variation. Alrighty, bringing those shins parallel to the mat. 90° at the knee, 90° at the hip. Pushing that top hip away, lengthening through the side of the waist. We lift that whole leg up now into that clam shape. Slowly lower. Lifting up and lowering. Exhale to open. Inhale to close. Good, remembering not to open that leg too high that we start to roll back. Keep that stability in the hips. Beautiful. You can stay with your full range of motion if you like. Otherwise, we are going into our half lifts. So we lift all the way open, we lower halfway, lift and lower. Good. Resting as much as you need between each lift. See if you can keep that ankle and that knee in line for me. Still getting that nice strong open and that external rotation at the hip. 3 more for me if we can. Try those half lifts. Good. 2. Last one for me. We can do it. Lift and close. Beautiful. Alrighty, let's come over into an all fours position. We have got a little plank series to finish off the class with, okay? So we're going to start just by straightening one leg out long behind you, making sure your hands are stacked underneath your shoulders, nice and wide, spread the fingertips. Then let's lift that other leg up off the mat, straighten it out long behind you. So for your plank, if at any time you need to drop your knees, come into that full plank position, and then if you just drop your knees, you're already in that perfect setup, okay? Lift the knees if you can to start off with. Tuck that pubic bone towards your belly button. Really think about scooping the belly, hugging that rib cage in towards you, and keep that chin tucked in. We don't want to kink through the back of the neck, nice and long. Beautiful. From here, let's go into some mountain climbers. So nice, slow across the body. Beautiful. Opposite knee to opposite elbow. Good. Move nice and slow. See if you can keep that torso nice and steady, okay? Keep bringing that pubic bone up to meet that belly button, scooping through that belly. Good. Let's go for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, 1. Good. Drop those knees if you need to. Let's come down onto one elbow and then the other elbow. Good. Holding here. Knees if you need. Good. Keep pressing that mat away. Lift the chest. Amazing job. Keep holding for 3, for 2, for 1. Let's come up onto those hands again. Lift those knees if you had them lowered. We're going to step out to the side, back to the center. Out to the side, back to the center. Good. Not here for too much longer. Stay with me. Scoop that pubic bone up. Let's go for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees if you need to. We're going into some shoulder taps to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees if they aren't already dropped. Take those hands out a little bit wider for me. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Roll the shoulder blades down and back. Let's go into a really slow push-up. Slowly lower that chest all the way down. Relaxing onto the mat. Good. 3 more just like that. Make your way back up onto the toes if you can. Roll those shoulder blades down and back. Slowly lower all the way down onto your mat. Feel those shoulder blades come together. Resting down. 2 more. Reset. Pubic bone to belly button. Relax the shoulder blades down and back. Chin tucked in. We slowly lower. The slowest you've ever gone. Beautiful. We are nearly there. Relax the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Whew. Last one for me. Good. Slow it down. Slow it down. Better not beat me down onto the mat. 3, 2, 1. And relaxing there. Bring your hands forward. Tuck that tailbone under, belly button in. Let's just press our chest up and away from the mat. Keep squeezing the glutes and the legs. Slowly lower yourself all the way back down. Again, squeeze the glutes, engage the legs, lift the chest. Making sure those hands are well out in front of you. Last back bend. Exhale, push yourself up. Stay for the inhale. Relax down on that exhale. Beautiful. Just crossing your hands over in front of you. We're just going to take a little bit of a scorpion stretch. So reaching one leg over and away. You can straighten the arms for a little bit of support if you need to. Other side. Might hit the wall. Good. Nicely done. Bring yourself back up. Well done on today's class. Thanks for joining me. You guys should be really proud that you clicked on this video. Give it a like if you make it all the way to the end for me, and I'll see you in your next class.